What's up? What's up, everybody? Welcome to another show. I'm trying to get the chat pulled up on my phone, man. What's up, everybody? Y'all all right, man? We back another day. Jam with J Money from sportsbookreview.com. Make sure you guys go to SBR video /NBA. You hit the like button, subscribe, all that stuff, man. Come in on the show, all that good stuff, man. First off, my bad to my guy Jordan yesterday, man. I know he kind of cut out on mine. I know he was going forever for about 5 minutes. I had to kind of cut him off there. My bad, Jordan. I went back and watched the show. It looked terrible, man. I'm sorry for that, but we do got to kind of short. You know what I'm saying? Try to keep it down, Jordan. Jordan, you was getting up there in about 5 minutes, bro. What's up, man? My bad though, Jordan. Sincerely, I really felt bad for that though. Not some real shit though. My bad, Jordan.
No, you're straight. Hey, we got to get out of here by a certain time, or else folks, our producers back in Costa Rica, are gonna start yelling at you. I didn't want to get you in trouble, my guy. It's all good. But hey, by that game I was talking about, I cashed all my plays from that game, that Boston and Portland game. So I was on a roll, but it was for a reason. So I mean, I hope you tail me, because I ended up jumping on Boston in that one too, as well as the unders. So they scared me a little bit there at the end when they put the scrubs in on that one. But we got the money on my two under plays on that one at 228 and 226. I hope not too many people got screwed out by taking the under at that closing line, because they did not cash.
Yeah, nah, Jordan. If you got some good shit, man, hey, you say, look here. I don't got no other game. I want to talk. I want to use all my time on this one. And hey, you breaking
Too
out
many
them
games,
that cash,
man.
man.
Nah.
That's the only thing that matter. That's the only thing that matter. What's up, Junior? Everything good with you? I know you just ready to. You ain't even ready. You know what I'm saying? I know we got a recap yesterday, but Junior like, man, let's get to some money today. He like me, man. No matter what happened yesterday, it's all about today. But what's up, Junior? How was your day yesterday?
It was all right. Could have been better if Zion made some free throws with 22 seconds left, but I'm sure you'll get into that. I still went 4-3 yesterday. I hit the Raptors first half. Obviously, did not hit them plus one full game. Hit the Thunder first half. Obviously, did not hit them 7.5 full game. But I did cash Nuggets first half and Nuggets full game. So it could have been worse, but it was okay. You know, as long as you're not losing money, it's a good day.
Exactly. And what I tell you guys, man, when I go get them nuggets, when I go get the spicy nuggets from Wendy's, man, y'all, hey, just saying, man, just told you boys. And we did, and was on the right up. What's up, Teddy? You cool yet? Everything good with you yesterday?
Well, I mean, I enjoyed the last minute of the Pelicans-Lakers game as much as you guys did. That wasn't a whole lot of fun. We got a right side with Sacramento last night at Golden State to mitigate some of the negativity there. And, of course, I liked Boston. Now, unfortunately, not as much as Jordan. But overall, it was an okay night. Zion hit a couple of free throws. And, frankly, the last possession frustrated me even more. Because
even more,
that's your possession where Lakers aren't going to play any defense, whatever. You got a wide open look at a three, you get a layup, you cover the spread, and instead turnover, and that's the end of that. So that was kind of, it was a frustrating final minute, but that's, the nature of what we do. There are going to be days like that. There are going to be games like that, and you have to be able to take those punches and come back, think clearly the next day, and not let them make you crazy, because otherwise they'll make you crazy.
Yeah. Teddy, and I will admit sometimes this shit makes me crazy. I mean, I know I made a little small play on the Hornets yesterday, but I don't, you know what I'm saying? I be betting, man. You know what I'm saying? I ain't gonna tell you how much I bet, but when I bet, I'm trying to come up like I got some stacks, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's all about bankroll management. I'm not finna go and lay my whole, you know what I'm saying? I'm not finna go lay 20 bands on some shit and then losing them all down. But that's not finna happen. So you know what I'm saying? One or two real quick, but hey, I did a little small play on the Hornets there. It turned out to be absolutely terrible, but it doesn't matter whether they didn't cash by a half or they didn't cash by 20. Made a little small play on that one when Victor Oladipo was ruled out. But obviously then the 5 minutes after that, Devontae Graham, which he was playing terrible, but I don't know, it just rested him there. Maybe he was still tired from the All-Star break. I don't know how, but I don't know. They get smashed 119-80. The Raptors, man, and you know what, man, I'm gonna tell y'all something, and I don't make excuses for a lot. I damn near never bet the Raptors. Damn near never. I bet him yesterday. Kyle Lowry, he's not getting none of his calls, none of this. I can't, man. Look, bro, I can't stand this fucking team, man. When I bet on them, then y'all come out and lay an egg. I know it's the Bucks. I know them boys are some beasts, but you let them come out and outplay you in the second half when in theory the Bucks supposed to run out of gas. Third game in 4 nights. That was just at the house when the Raptors really already kind of even with the Bucks, just with even rest. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. I don't even want to talk about it. Take the L though with the Raptors. They cashed the first half in the first quarter, but I take the L on the full game. OKC, that's one where I cashed the first quarter, first half. Full game, of course. They pissed away. Everybody was on OKC yesterday. It's one of those where it's like it's tough. At 38-19 in that third quarter, man, to the Bulls, they had that game in hand, man. That's frustrating as well. Cause I did have a little money line parlay. OKC, at least they won the game for me, so cash the parlay was still spicy nuggets. They going to get it done. As soon as the show's over, I go and get a 10-piece spicy with the sweet and sour with fries and chocolate fries, just like I told y'all, man. And what do you know? Nuggets first quarter, first half, full game. That was a nice one there. Lakers take the loss there, like Teddy said. I mean, you thinking at least they're gonna finna get a 3 or a 2 easy. You know what I'm saying? Oh, we backdoor come through the back door. No, the back door was locked, bro, and they had a turnover, and it was just absolutely terrible. The Celtics get it done, trifecta, first quarter, first half, full game. That one was pretty easy, I must say. And I know a lot of people like, and we'll talk about that game. Sacramento, that was pretty easy as well. Teddy told you about that one. And they first quarter, first half, full game as well. Trifecta with the Kings as well. So thanks for Teddy to putting us on that one. Enough of that, man. Let's get to some cash today. I know my guys, first game of the day, it's the Knicks versus Hornets. None of my guys don't really have anything on it. So I'm just going to say something real quick. The Hornets then beat them a couple times already this year. They only play a total of 4 times. In my opinion, only way the Knicks, and it's tough because it feels like that Wizards versus Bulls game. It really does. The Hornets are coming off a back-to-back. They got throttled yesterday, but I mean, the last couple games they averaged 29 points. The losses, so I think that the Knicks gonna get them here. They lost twice to them already. I think they're playing in better form. They've been playing better teams than the Hornets have lately. So the Knicks 0-4 last 4, but they've been playing a lot better teams. I do think that they're going to get them. But Jordan, did you have something on? So go to a game that you like, Jordan? It could be Nets versus Wizards or Magic versus Hawks. We know Trae Young is injured here. Did you have a first half total look on one of them games?
I definitely do have a play on Magic Hawks I can give you real quick. And you were asking me about my prop plays. As soon as I saw that Trae Young had a chance to miss tonight because of flu-like symptoms, I went ahead and put a little bit on John Collins' points over and his points, rebounds, and assists over. It started to steam a little bit, but it's still pretty reasonably priced right now. And if you look at their schedule coming up, they start a 3-game and 4-night home stretch tonight. They got a similar one next week. Next weekend, they got a 3-game and 4-night stretch. They're what are they, almost dead last, second to last in the Eastern Conference right now. This is a winnable game for them with Trae Young. They don't want to do that right now. So I would be surprised if Trae Young suited up for this one, even if he isn't sick, you know what I mean? But if he is, there's no reason to push him tonight, especially if he's got the flu. Like, you don't want to get anybody else sick. So I went ahead and hit some John Collins props. I'm really hoping Trae Young does not play tonight because of that here, but we will see tonight. I missed out on the line movement, though, when it went from 2 to 4, basically. So I think I'm laying off the game lines.
Yeah, if you sick, you got flu-like symptoms, keep your ass at the house. Don't come around me with that, man, because I don't know about y'all, but I cannot stand being sick. Junior, I know it's three of these first ones. I know you say you didn't have a whole lot. Any leans on any one of these first 3 ball games? Nets versus, and I'm gonna tell you, Junior, I'm kind of leaning to those Nets tonight. Like, what Wizards team are we gonna get tonight, Junior? A Wizards team that don't play any defense, or the one that can be feisty? You know what I'm saying? At the house, home dog here. What Nets team are we gonna get, Junior?
The Nets are such a tricky team. I just don't like the way they play on the road. I don't have a look on any of these games. I most certainly will never be in the business of laying points with the Orlando Magic on the road. So I'm definitely out on that game. I just don't have a feel for Brooklyn right now. I do know that they play defense. They play much better defense than they did to start the season. That's the only kind of lean that I see with Brooklyn. Is that enough to stop what the Wizards got going on? I don't know about all that. The Wizards seem to put up points against just about anybody. And if Bradley Beal is going to be dropping 40, 50 points a game, I just want no parts of this wild card. There's so many wild cards in this game. I just don't like the look at all.
Yeah, this is a little double revenge spot for the Nets here. Be interesting to see if they're gonna come to play. I mean, they lost on the last game last year. They lost on last year, and then they lost the only game this year, 113-107. A little bit of a revenge spot here. Teddy, what you thinking on this Nets versus Wizards spot?
It was a pretty clear pass for me. In general, I think I want to be on Brooklyn. In general, I want to be on Brooklyn off a loss, but it's not like the Wiz are laying down. We've seen repeatedly in the NBA, when you look at the lottery teams and they fight and they lose a close one and you're like, oh, they're not going to have anything the next game. And the next game they come out and they're still hungry. They haven't gotten that win. It feels like a pick'em type game. My powering number was Brooklyn -2, which is right where the number is. So it's not a game I'm going to get involved with. The early games, the only one that I was close with was the Philly-Cleveland game. I have nothing on that. Good luck with the Knicks, man. You can lay points with the Knicks. I certainly wouldn't talk you out of that. I'd rather have the Knicks than Charlotte in that game. But of the early games, the one that stood out to me, at least a little bit, and I haven't played it, but I lean Cleveland plus the 7.5 against Philly. Philly can't be trusted laying points in the road. Philly coming off a big win can't be trusted. And all of a sudden, the Cavs have won 3 of their last 4. The quotes coming out of that locker room with Bickerstaff are very different than the quotes coming out of the locker room with Bayline at head coach. And it's a Cavs team that is, in my mind, in this point spread range. Again, my number's 5 on this game. So I thought there was a little bit of value on the Cleveland side.
Yeah, I was thinking so we know that the 76ers haven't been good on the road. We know that for a fact. When I saw the 7.5, 7 went up to 7.5, I'm like, man, the 76ers have been trash on the road. Still don't have Ben Simmons. We know which Cavs team are you going to get? The one that's feisty, one that's happy to play for the new coach, trying to show some, or the one that, obviously Philly can blow them out if they want, but everybody knows they're Jekyll and Hyde team on the road, man. I'm not laying no 7.5 on the road. I don't give a damn. Exum is out for the Cavs. Yeah, that hurts, but and then Nets, man, yeah, that's the only way I would lean there, especially with being a revenge spot. They did lose the last game to Orlando. They was up 19 that game. You pissed it away. You just lost to the Wizards on February 1st, February 2nd. But I think it was February 1st. So a little bit of revenge spot. It could be a huge letdown for the Wizards. What if Bradley Beal says, you know what? Y'all motherfuckers sorry. I didn't score 108 points in 2 games. I'm sitting tonight. I'm at the house drinking beers. I would love for that to happen. I'm going to be sitting at the spot waiting, boy. I'm telling y'all, I think we're going to see a bunch of shit happen today. And then just real quick, the Knicks are 4-0-1 ATS this year as a road favorite. They didn't open as the favorite. They actually opened as a dog in this game, got bet up to the favorite. I think the Knicks are the right side. And I'm going to tell you guys, nobody likes this game today. Nobody is looking at this one. And sometimes them be the gems. They be the gems sometimes. Real quick, I do want to talk about the Magic just real quick. Teddy, what'd you think about the Magic if Trae Young does opt to sit here?
So my power rating number had Atlanta as the favorite before Young was announced as having the flu. My power rating number had Atlanta as a favorite here, not Orlando. So when I see that, I'm only looking at the Hawks side in this contest. The Magic coming off a game in which they hit every shot. They went nuts in the second half to come back against Brooklyn. They scored 74 points after the break, and that's not Orlando's MO. I don't trust them in high-scoring games. I don't trust them tonight. That's the only way I play it, but I don't trust them.
Got you, Jordan. So Junior already said he ain't interested in laying points with the Magic on the road. Jordan, what you think if Trae Young is ruled out? What you think the Magic might be the play here? You think they can get him on the road? We know they fighting for their last little playoff spot.
Yeah, but Atlanta, other than Trae Young, if he sits tonight, is pretty healthy. And we've talked about them before as a scrappy home team, and they tend to put up some pretty big performances at times. I like I said, I don't think I'm with Junior and Teddy, I don't think I'm going to get in the business of laying points with Orlando on the road tonight. I'd rather, like I said, hit the prop markets or maybe even wait, see if Trae Young does get ruled out officially. This line spikes up even more and then taking the points with Atlanta just because, they got Jeff Teague as a backup. They're pretty competent at the guard position. Brandon Goodwin is a pretty good player, I think, sliding into that backup point guard role if Trae Young's out. Hey, Trae Young could end up playing tonight too. There's a lot of things that I like Teddy's take that Atlanta should be the favorite here. I do not disagree with that if Trae Young is in, but obviously that's a big if right now, so it's probably not something I'm going to mess around with until we get more news.
Exactly, and like I told y'all on Twitter, man, it's gonna be. Why do you have to rush your bets, man? Why? Some games you can see that. That it's a public side. It looks too good. It's something you just have to hop on, and it's gonna go up. But some of these other games that, it got moving parts. Why do you have to rush your bets, man? The sharpest guys, in my opinion, wait till right before the games. With certain games that know that it could go. Any of these can go either way. But unless you don't know, okay, I know this was moving. Wait till the last minute, bro. You're going to be update on all the injury info. You're going to have the starting lineups. You cannot go wrong, in my opinion, unless somebody like the Clippers who, it's only going north It's only going north. But let's get to some of these other games, man. We got the Heat versus Timberwolves. The Heat here laying 10 here at the house. Junior, no, Jordan. Do you have a play? We're gonna let Junior go. We're gonna let Junior go since he didn't have no last one.
I want to know what Junior's got to say about the Heat tonight.
Right. What you got on them, Heat? What you got on them, Junior?
Not interested. Not interested.
Oh, yeah.
And I know that's weird because they're playing at home, but I just don't like the no Jimmy Butler, no Tyler Hero. I just don't like that, not having those two guys in the backcourt. I'm maybe one of the few people that's not a big Kendrick Nunn guy. I think it's way too much Kendrick Nunn, way too much just guys that, first of all, Andre Iguodala right now looks every bit of his age. Jay Crowder looked pretty good in that game the other day, but he didn't shoot the ball well. I just don't like all the moving pieces in the rotation if you're just talking about today. If you had Hero and Jimmy Butler there so that some of these other guys that are getting 20 plus minutes were getting some, getting some like more in the teens, which is what they're used to, I'd be okay with that. But I just don't like all the moving parts in their lineup. So I'm off this game. I'm actually kind of interested to see what's going to happen, but I don't want to pretend like this is the same Miami team that I've been cashing with all season. It's really not.
Got you. Yeah, I know. I don't have a look on this one. And Jimmy Butler, if I'm, I don't think that he's ruled out. I think he's questionable here. But in my opinion, it's too many points. I mean, the Timberwolves, they've shown they can be a scrappy team. In my opinion, this is too many. I mean, are the Heat even interested in this game? They got Dallas on deck. It's a much more interesting game. They are coming off a loss, so if the Heat off a loss at the house, if they do have Jimmy Butler here back, it could be a smash spot. It's just I don't feel comfortable betting this game. It's just that simple. Jordan, did you have a look on this one?
If Butler is in, yeah, I saw what you saw too, Jay. I think he's still questionable. If he's back, though, the first quarter and the first half are definitely intriguing. But that's probably the only direction I would lean right now. It really just depends on what Jimmy's status is.
Exactly. Teddy, did you have something on this Heat game? You have some little inside info on Jimmy Butler here, and do you think that the Timberwolves can bring that scrappy play here and cover the double digits?
So I have made two bets on this game. I took Miami first half. I like the Heat. Look, Heat off a loss is money. Heat at home have been money. Heat off a loss at home have been money. Minnesota, they trade 7 guys at the deadline and brought 8 new bodies in? I mean, they're like the Warriors in the sense that anyone that wants to beat Minnesota is going to beat Minnesota. The teams and Miami appears to be interested tonight. My powering number was 13 for the full game. I thought the better way to go at it was first half, simply because the Heat off a loss at home first half. I mean, that's been, Junior will tell you, that's been money. I also played the over in this game. Minnesota isn't playing a lick of defense. All right. I mean, they can't. They weren't a good defensive team to begin with, and they just brought in 7 new rotation players. They're not going to play D. Miami's lighting it up at home, and I expect a reasonable pace here. We talked about the T-Wolves ball movement and how impressive their ball movement was for a team that had just replaced a whole bunch of players. Both these teams 3-0 to the over since the All-Star break. Neither one's cashing under yet. So I like the over, and I took Miami first half as well.
Yeah, they have been money makers back at the house, man. And if they're at full squad, if Jimmy is back here, you obviously gonna see that one go up. Like you say, I mean, hey, if they come in ready to play versus the Timberwolves, they can easily be smashed. So let's get to this Grizzlies versus Rockets spot. You have something else?
Well, just one last thing on Miami. It's worth noting because after a loss at home, 12-0 straight up, 11-1 ATS. Miami's been extraordinary in that role. Sorry.
Nice. Yeah, I mean, and the loss to the Cavs as well, man. Them boys are like, man, we just lost to the Cavs, bro. We got to come back to the house and smash. Yeah, they might have to look at the I know them boys definitely come to play. They be up 20 in the end of the first quarter a lot of times in these type of spots, man. Let me just say it. Let's put it like that. In the first quarter, they'll come out and smack your ass by 19 and will not look back this could fit the bill. Must say, I'm gonna say Timberwolves, Grizzlies, Memphis Grizzlies versus Houston Rockets. Man, we know it was a little funny business last game with the little Westbrook. You know what I'm saying? Late scratch, he back. Gordon gonna be in here now. The Grizzlies are in a bit of a tailspin, in my opinion, man. We know versus the Clippers, now first Clippers just came ready to play, and they knew they was, you know what I'm saying, they knew it was a revenge spot. It was a total smash spot for the Clippers. You came down for that. I mean, you lost by 12 to the Lakers, which the Grizzlies showed some fight in there when they got down early. I was on the Grizzlies. They still didn't cover for it. It was another. They fouled down. Fuckers, man. But anyway, then you lost to the Kings as well. So boys have lost every game so far on this road trip. Now they go and face this Rockets team, which the Grizzlies, I think they can still be scrappy here, but without Brandon Clark, it's another player. You got Jaren Jackson down, now Brandon Clark as well, man. Your bench is just getting thinner and thinner. Man, look, it's tough, man. This is a tough one. Jordan, I know you got to play on this one, don't you, Jordan?
Oh yeah, I got to play on this game.
What you got?
It's not the spread though. I was waking up this morning and the whole day I've been looking at this game thinking about whether or not to start recommending just fading outright the Memphis Grizzlies. Excuse me. The Clark injury is huge. We thought that their bench was going to be thin with him starting and Jaren Jackson out. Now he and Jaren Jackson are both out, and they're not going to be able to play Jonas Valanciunas much in this game. Because the Houston is just going to outrun them significantly if they play him big minutes. So they really have no choice but to match up and go small with them. And you're talking about two of the fastest paced teams in the league. I had the first half over in this one. I grabbed it at 115. It's 115 to hook right now. I still think it's pretty good. I wrote this up for the website, so you can take a look at it. I won't be too long. But the biggest reason is these two teams are the top 5 in pace in the first half. Rockets play even faster, and in their divisional games, the Rockets have a pace of like 107 in the first half, and both two teams are giving up 118, 119 points per 100 possessions in the first half of their divisional games. Both the times these two teams have played have been over 120 points in the first half. I would not be surprised to see that a third time.
Exactly. This is another revenge spot. Memphis beat them 121-110 at the crib January 14th. So be interesting to see. Junior, did you have any look on this game? You agree, right? Memphis, they got just dropping dropping like flies over there.
Yeah, I would say though that the injuries that we're talking about for Memphis will probably have less of an effect in this specific game just because Houston's probably going to play smaller. Well, not probably. That's how they're going to play, right? So the Grizzlies got a lot of wing players. All of a sudden, Josh Jackson's returned from the dead, even though he's only like 21, 22 years old. That being said, I obviously can't invest in the Grizzlies right now just the way they look. I won't hold it against them that they've gotten smacked by the Lakers and the Clippers back-to-back because, I mean, after all, those are two of the best teams in the NBA. But I will say this. You already know on this show that I absolutely will not invest money on the Rockets until probably the playoffs. So I say everything to say I will not be taking part in this game whatsoever.
One thing I can say, I'm going to let you go, Teddy. One thing I can say is if the Rockets are up 20 points in this game, I won't feel comfortable. Like I'll feel like they would have to be up by like 30 points in the fourth quarter for me to feel comfortable. Like, because if they're up 20, I can see the grid. They won't go away. They're not going to lay down. Even versus the Clippers, they could have got smacked by 40. They are not going to lay down. They just don't have that. That's not in them. You know what I'm saying? So what you got, Teddy?
And that's exactly your point there is exactly why I didn't lay with Houston tonight. My number came a little bit shorter. I want to be betting against Memphis right now. All right. The Grizzlies are a team that overachieved for the better part of 2 months. The betting market's finally adjusted. The key injury, this nasty West Coast road trip, it's not an easy stretch here for Memphis. And I think you're more likely to make money betting against the Grizzlies than betting on the Grizzlies right now. And I got a great quote from D'Antoni, who a week ago was talking about, well, we got to worry about meshing our players into the rotation. Now he's talking about we want that 2 seed in the West. It makes a big difference. We're going for that. So it looks like the target has shifted for the Rockets over the course of the last week, and they played better. I think Houston's bet on. I think Memphis is bet against. But the point spread's not right. It's not. Lean Rockets. I didn't get to the window.
Got you. Yeah, I'm leaning them as well. And I think Memphis is headed in a different direction, in my opinion. I think they're gonna lose their playoff spot to the Pelicans. But like I said, we'll see. But like, it's not getting any better for them right now. They could be scrappy here, but if the Rockets come to play, man, the Grizzlies are just in a tailspin, man. Let's get to this next game. Pretty big game, in my opinion. I don't think I've seen one person that says that they like the Spurs. I don't think not a soul. I don't think. And it's a little double revenge spot for the boys. I'm gonna tell you something. The Spurs and the Mavs. I'm here in Dallas. They always gonna play each other real tough. Spurs have had our number for a while. Obviously, the Mavs are a much better team this year. The Spurs is the first game back at home off their rodeo road trip. I think they won only 2 games out of 8 games. Not so good of a stretch. Now, like I said, they lost 2 games already in Dallas this year. This is their first time playing against them at the house. Now, LaMarcus Aldridge is out, and I say to myself, that's going to get a lot of people, just automatically, even more people to like the Mavs here. And I'll tell you guys, as a Mavs fan, I'm not laying 5 points in this game on the road, and I wouldn't even do it at the house in this spot to the Spurs. I think the Spurs are going to be a home dog tonight, and don't be a bit surprised to see them win this game straight up. That's just how I feel. I hadn't bet the Spurs. I might get there, but I'm not taking my Mavs team here tonight. And I like them, but I know their spots, and it's in the. I think the Spurs going to give them a game today. Double revenge. You're getting 5 at the house. They could lose by 3 or 4. I think they're gunning to win this game. You see what I'm saying? Come on, man. I like the Spurs here, home dog. What you think, Teddy? Tell me I'm wrong.
No, I'm not gonna tell you you're wrong. I'm not gonna tell you you're right though. It's not a game that I'm involved with at all. In general, I want to be on Dallas. In general, I don't trust San Antonio. From a spot standpoint, it screams Spurs. I'm with you 100%. I do worry about the matchups. Pass for me. I won't talk you out of it. Just not, but I won't join you on it either.
Got you. Junior, you got anything on this one, my guy?
Yeah, for the second time in a row, I'm riding with your homeboys out there in Dallas. Listen, LaMarcus Aldridge out, DeMar DeRozan banged up. Maybe I'm a little bit biased because I've watched the 2 games that these teams have played. I just like the Luka matchup against these guys. I mean, I guess that's kind of a stupid thing to say because I like the Luka matchup against anybody. I definitely like Kristaps Porzingis matchup against his team, though. So it's not the greatest spot in the world. So let me just acknowledge that I can see that. I just think it's kind of a cheap price for Dallas against this team that they're just clearly better than Spurs. We always say the first game after a long road trip, first home game after a long road trip can be a letdown spot. And San Antonio hasn't played a home game since February 1st, so we'll see. We'll see what's up.
They played twice already this year. My Mavs, they won by 7. So the Mavs were favored by 5 at home versus so they won by 7. This was the beginning of the season. Won by 7, then they won by 4. This was at the house. The Mavs. I'm just saying we should not be, and I say we because those are still my guys. We shouldn't be laying 5 in this spot, in my opinion. What you thinking, Jordan? You got some on this one, my guy?
I don't think I'm going to break the tie between you two, but I will say that we've talked about the Spurs being without LaMarcus Aldridge before, and how with Pirtle coming into the starting lineup they improved defensively. But that being said, like if he's guarding Kristaps tonight and he's having to be 30 feet away from the basket, it's not going to help them defensively. So that's kind of what initially struck me in this one. And I was initially kind of looking at the under, but the total has just gone in the exact opposite direction. So I'm definitely staying off that one. So no, I do not have a play on this game. But it is going to be interesting to see if Dallas and Luka is going to be able to dominate enough to beat the Spurs at home, because they are tough. But I like it. I'm a Teddy. I'm not getting involved with this one.
Right. Yeah, I wouldn't talk you out of just not betting this game, but this is one clearly in my eyes where everybody's going to be on one side and they think it's going to be so easy, and it's a road favorite at that. They're laying points. I mean, why can't they'll be cool with winning by 1 or 2? Hey, all right, they have to win this game by margin. You tell me that we're gonna come in here and smack the Spurs, blow them out? It could happen. It's very possible, but I think the Spurs are going. I mean, the boys know it's a crosstown rivalry, man, damn near. You know what I'm saying? It ain't too far from here to San Antonio. Boy, lost to him twice already. Double revenge. Getting points at the house, man. Look, I like the Spurs. Let's get to this next game, man. I think we pretty much all, and I mean, I wouldn't I don't know. This is another one that's scary because I don't know. I don't think I've seen one person on the Suns today. The Clippers versus Suns. It looks like a no-brainer. Like a no-brainer trifecta spot to me, man, for the Clippers. And sometimes they don't cash, but hey, a lot of times they do. I think the Clippers is too much for the Suns here tonight, man. They missing Oubre, one of their huge energy guys. They got Bain, Saric, and you know what I'm saying, Aiden, obviously, but without Oubre, that's gonna be a lot of it. They need him versus the team versus like the Clippers. They need his energy. You know what I'm saying? He Patrick Beverly for the Suns. What you thinking on this one, Jordan? You like the total in this one?
No, I think it's got to be the Clippers if you're making a play on this one. I mean, like you said, Kelly Oubre is kind of the glue that's been holding this Suns team together all season. If they wouldn't have had him all year, they'd be one of the worst teams in the league. I mean, at times at the beginning of the year, we were looking at him as like a most improved player candidate just because how well he was playing. And without him tonight, I mean, their defense, their offense gets a lot worse without him on the court. I don't think they're going to be able to compensate for that in a game where they're going to have to. They have some serious wing matchups. Obviously, they're going to be huge mismatches now without him on the court. I mean, who's going to guard Morris, Kawhi, and Paul George? Like they really have very few options outside of Mikal Bridges. You can't guard all three of them at once. A couple of those guys, the Clippers might just go off tonight, and then their bench. I mean, even if those guys come back, they're mostly big guys. LA has the ability to either beat you up with Zubac or speed you up with Harrell. I don't think any of the Suns bigs are going to be able to guard either of those guys. It's a really, really bad matchup. I'm having a really hard time laying off the Clippers trifecta. But like you said, it does seem a little bit too good to be true. But sometimes the chalk pays. And this is an instance, if there's any game tonight where the road favorites I like, it's going to be the Clippers for sure.
Nah, for real though. You said something there. If there's any road favorite tonight that I'll be taking, that would have to be the one that, and they know that they've been playing back and back. You know what I'm saying? Shuffling, going on the road, bushing around, or have a good game, then lose. They know that. It's the second half of the season, man. It's go time now. You got to ramp up the intensity, get ready for the playoffs. We know and I looked at this. I'm like, man, what's up with this? When I seen it at the 5.5, I say, what's up? They got a game tomorrow. Some Kawhi. Is it something I should be? No, they don't have a game tomorrow. It should be full go here, man. You better come in here and smack the damn Suns. What's up, Junior? Wait, come on, bro. See what's up, man? What's up? Trifecta with the Clippers or what?
Hey, yeah, I just wanted to say, Jordan, you said you're having some hesitation doing the trifecta.
Convince
I got you,
me,
brother. I'm trifecta since early this morning, since like 3 a.m. Pacific time. I've been on the trifecta. No, I'm kidding, obviously, because the first quarter line doesn't come out until like 10 a.m. Eastern. But listen, I'm first quarter Clippers -1.5, first half -3.5, full game -6.5. I just think that it's funny that who was it that just said that Oubre is like the Patrick Beverly of the Suns?
That's me, man. Because I try to be Patrick Beverly when I'm out there playing basketball.
Hey Jay, you see homeboy in the chat who keeps, and I'm not gonna say your name, but you keep bringing up this ridiculous point that Patrick Beverly's better than Marcus Smart. Brother, stop it. I wear glasses, but you definitely need a prescription because Patrick Beverly has never been better than Marcus Smart in his life. Are you serious right now? Anyways, let's get back to the subject at hand. I think without Kelly Oubre, the Suns are not the same team. He brings a level of intensity and just really good play that they need. They aren't that talented as to where that they could lose Kelly Oubre, and you're going to say that's not going to make a difference. And I think that the Clippers' defense is picked up, and they just need to put a string of good games together. I know that they're built for the playoffs. I know that's their end game, but you can't just turn the switch on just like that. You have to build some kind of momentum, some kind of chemistry going into the playoffs. I know it's still a bit of ways away, but they finally have all of their guys healthy. Healthy Clippers against the banged up Suns. I don't know, man. See, I know it almost seems too easy, which kind of makes me nervous. And the fact that most of the public's on it definitely makes me nervous. But that being said, sometimes the public is right, as you say.
It's other games though tonight that I could see the public, you know what I'm saying, taking a hit on. There's other games and I've learned too. You can't always just go out there. Hey, the public's on this. Oh, I gotta stay away because it cashes sometimes. Sometimes the Bulls got to get killed, and there's other times where it's like, oh, okay, I see why I should have stayed off of. But it's not 80% or nothing on. I see 70 on. like I say, the line is climbing up, and it ain't just public money. It's some sharps in them motherfucker too. You know what I'm saying? We like the Clippers tonight. If they lose, it's just like the OKC. When you take the first quarter, first half, full game, they covering two of them. I guarantee. I ain't gonna say guarantee, but I think so, and I don't think they come out playing around. What you think, Teddy?
Oh, they're in my pocket. Clips are a one-way team right now. Okay, we saw the quote before their last game where Kawhi's like, "It's enough. It's time," and they came out and played it was over in the first quarter. I'm expecting that level of, I don't know if we're going to see that level of intensity, but I'm expecting that type of production for LA right now against lottery teams. I think they're going to blow these teams out of the water. I remember back to opening night. You remember the first night of the season when the Suns ran the Kings out of the gym? I'm like, holy shit, this team's, Phoenix may actually be good this year. And that night, Ayton got hurt, and then and then since then, literally, I don't think they've been healthy for 2 days. And they had that big run early, after Ayton got hurt still, and I was mad because I'm like, oh, Ayton got hurt, and I saw it, but I got scared off the Suns. I didn't make any money with them the first 10 days. That was a lot. So they started to get healthier again and started to win some games again, and now, boom, Oubre's out. They're a banged-up squad, and definitely worth noting, Suns off a win. 2-9 ATS, 2-9 straight up at home. They've not been good in this role. Clips in the pocket.
Yeah, and this is one where, and like I say, some of the games you can wait till the last minute. This is one where, if everybody, the Cups are, because you know what I'm saying, that the squad that they have out there, that they can smash any night. This is one where you hop on it the night before. This was 5.5 pretty much all night. I started seeing it go up to 6.5, 6.5 this morning for sure. Then I look back 7, and and it's not surprising because money's gonna, some of these money coming on. Others you can kind of sit back and wait. If you're taking a dog, somebody to Spurs today, you can kind of sit back and wait. If you want, you might get a better number. And then with this game, we just get to the next game, man. Last game of the day, we should all have plenty of little time to talk about. We got 8 minutes left. We had 700 in chat. We got 714 in the chat, man. Y'all hit the like button. We appreciate y'all for coming through every day. You know what I'm saying? We drop off these NBA talk, man. But Celtics versus Jazz. Celtics been balling lately, man. They won 3 out of 4 games. They covered they're 4-0 ATS to pass 4. They played the Minnesota Timberwolves, lost a close one to the Lakers, still a good game. Handled business last night for the Blazers. This is the last game of their road trip. If I might, they feel they kind of accomplished what they need to. 1, 2 out of 3 so far. You don't want to tie it up. You still want to get this win. The Jazz, I must say, man, I wouldn't be running to go and bet them. I did the article on this game, and I did take the Jazz in the first half. They lost 3 straight games. They've been in a funk lately, and it's tough to take them with a lot of confidence, but I still think they're going to come out here with a sense of urgency. If you really look at it, the Celtics, the last game of a road trip, always a phase spot, in my opinion, for the NBA. Different teams is different, but, this is a West Coast road trip. I think the Celtics ready to get back over there to the house, man. Probably got shit they got to take care of at the house, ready to get back to the house to their wives, all type of stuff, man. That's a whole nother conversation, man. And I think this is another one. Obviously, a lot of people going to be on the Celtics. I can understand it, but I do think as this game goes on, they will run out of gas, especially with these. And the Blazers didn't really just lay down for them last night either. You know what I'm saying? They kind of sort of gave them a little push there. I wouldn't be a bit surprised to see a huge injury come here, man. And I know that they don't really do that, but what if somebody get ruled out, man? I'm telling y'all, this is a little tough spot back to back with Utah. In Utah, it's always tough. One of the toughest spots. Doesn't always work, but it is something that if you bet it every time over the course of the year, you will make money. Teddy, do you have any thoughts on this game? And then afterwards, you can recap them with your plays, brother.
Sure. First, I want to thank all you guys in the chat, man. That's awesome. We got 700 of you. Really appreciate that. All the likes, all the follows, all the retweets we can get. We really appreciate that. You guys keep this show going every day. So thank you for paying attention to what we have to say, or just having it on in the background. It's all good. We appreciate it, legitimately. So thank you. When it comes to this game, I don't trust the Utah Jazz right now. Something's broken with that team. And last game was their step-up spot, and instead they lay down. And fourth quarter game on the line, they really lay down. I don't trust them. Who's the better of these two teams? On a neutral, if you ask me, on a neutral floor or whatever, in any floor, forget the circumstance, the Celtics are the better team. right now they're the much better team. I can't lay 4.5 with a weaker team. So me and you are on opposite sides of this one, Jay. So my plays today, again, I have 3 official plays. I played Miami first half. I played Miami full game over. I got 231. That's gone, but you can still find 232, 232.5. I played the Clips minus the 5.5 early. You can still find 6.5. So I wouldn't talk you out of that. I lean Houston, Boston. Didn't pull the trigger on either one.
Got you. Yeah, and we're not going head up. I didn't take the Jazz minus 4.5 full game. I do lean that way. I do think I think it's going to be some, and the Jazz can beat Money Burns. It's tough to trust them right now, but in this particular spot, I mean, I do think they're going to get right versus this Celtics team. I think they match up well versus them. They haven't faced them in a couple of years, but like I say, we'll see. Last game of a 4-game road trip, and it's a back-to-back spot in Utah. We'll see if they can get right here. If not here, maybe not ever. It's tough to get right versus a Celtics team, but I think that we'll see. You'll see the Jazz look like 2 different teams, man, and I think you're gonna see the good one tonight. Junior, you have anything on this game, and then you can recap them with your plays, brother.
Yeah, I'll be quick. I got the over in this game. I think that Utah's defense has just not been what we're accustomed to since January 1st. So that's a sample size of 24 games. They're ranked 20th in the NBA in defense. If you break it down to just this month, they're ranked, I believe, 23rd. So the thing that sustained them is that their offense, especially in January, was on fire. That's cooled down significantly. And I just think that a team as good as Boston is on offense, even though they are in a tough spot playing their 4th game in 6 nights, they can come in here and get points. And the way that Utah's offense looks, I'm not saying that they're going to, put up a ton of points. I just think that 218 points, the way that Utah has been playing defense, plus the fact that their offense looks a little bit better, plus the fact that Boston can put up points against anybody. Boston's offense has really, really looked a lot better over the past couple of weeks. I just think that entire recipe plays towards the over what I consider a pretty small number in 218 points.
Gotcha. Yeah, it does look pretty small. The only thing I'm gonna say is Celtics better bring their A game tonight, man. They brought it last night. I didn't know if they was gonna bring it, and it's kind of crazy. I just wanted to say something real quick. But it was kind of crazy that I didn't think that they was gonna bring it. You know what I'm saying? Last night, I knew that they overmatched them versus Blazers, but they gave me a little bit. I just went small on. So I'm like, damn, they got a big game, in my opinion, bigger game tomorrow, and they went full throttle. You know what I'm saying? No, when they didn't let anything back versus the Blazers. So I think they might come to bite them in their ass today. What you thinking, Jordan? You got anything on this Celtics versus Jazz spot? You liking the over here? And you can recap them with your plays too, brother.
I was actually initially thinking about the under, but something Junior just said talked me off of it was how bad the Jazz have looked on defense, and we've talked about on this show before too. I will say this though, the Celtics have one of the best road defenses in the league. That'd be the only thing I'd be scared about on the over tonight. That being said, I think I'm staying away from that one. My officials for today got over 115 in the first half of Grizzlies and Rockets. Got the 2 John Collins props early. I still think those are pretty good because I do think Trae Young's probably going to sit out tonight. Thinking about that Heat first half that Teddy was talking about, I might follow you guys on the Clippers too. Those would be the only other ones that I think I'd jump on tonight.
Got you. Yeah, this is a tough card in my opinion, man. It's a tough card. It's a lot of these games I could see really going either way. In my opinion, I still like the Clippers, though. Hopefully, it's not a huge public side and going to lose on that one. Leaning the Nets, I probably won't get there. Leaning the Jazz, I wouldn't be taking that one with a lot of confidence. I know me. When I bet something, I like to be super confident. Did go small in that first half. I did take them first half. I wouldn't argue anybody with the Jazz in the first quarter as well, man. We'll see. Obviously, Celtics really do come to play. They can smack them up, but I think the Jazz come to play. They lost 3 straight at the house. It's a get-right spot, man, in my opinion. And like I say, a game that nobody likes today, nobody's talking about. I like the Knicks. The Hornets fade is continued. I know they back at the house, but they actually play better on the road. They're only 8-18 at the house. The Knicks are 4-0 ATS. The last 4 is a road favorite. I like them here. They're 23-12 this year with 1 day's, or 23-12 ATS, 1 day's rest. The Hornets, while they're 7-3 ATS on the back-to-back, they're only 2-8 straight up. So you can't always go about against the spread trends. They got to win the game to cover tonight. Do they even want to? You got 2-win lead on the Knicks. You tank this game away, you're even. I like the Knicks here, man. I like the Knicks, Teddy. Teddy, come on. Just real quick, Teddy, you can't tell me I just made some good points right there.
You did, and I'm rooting for you. But that's all I'm doing.
I appreciate it. I appreciate you, man. I hope the Hornets don't take my cheddar, man. If they could beat the Knicks 3 straight times, but let's hope that the Knicks remember that and they get the cash today, man. We waiting on the lineups. I'm waiting on some starting lineups. May see some late injuries. I'm be at the spot waiting with a fat stack in my pocket, and I'm trying to double it, triple it, quadruple, all that, man. Let's say, hey, Lowe's bookmakers. The neighbor's gonna hate me, man. They'll be all right.